can I get your reaction? How does it feel to be a Jewels player?
It's really surreal. Like, I still can't even believe it. It's amazing.
How did it all come about? Did you get a phone call or what happened?
Yeah, I got a phone call from the head coach, Claudia, and yeah, it just didn't even feel real. I was in shock.
Is it something that you kind of thought about previously and then heard that the Jewels were coming into fruition and sort of narrowed down on a goal?
Yeah, I never really thought that Tasmania would have a women's team like so soon, especially when I would be able to even be a part of it, so it's really amazing.
Can you explain, for those who don't know, what sort of player you are on the court?
So I'm a forward, so I'm just like one of the bigger players on the floor, but I can also use my length effectively and athleticism.
And what makes it so exciting about starting a new team?
Just having a new coach and new people to meet and play with, it's just going to be a really new experience and help me develop my game, so yeah.
Is there a bit of pride in playing for your home state?
100%. It's incredible.
And then once you did get the call from the coach, who was more excited, your sister or your dad?
Probably my dad.
What was that phone call like?
I guess he kind of already suspected it, but he was just really proud of me, so yeah, it was really nice.
What do you make of the coach? And then obviously you'll see kind of the more other players recruited in the next couple of weeks, but are you excited to learn who you'll be playing with?
Yeah, well, obviously Nikki is already signed. She's amazing. I've played with her on the state team before, so I'm really excited about that. And the coach is nice. I've not really spoken to her that much, but she seems really good.
And then will you stay in the state until the season starts in October?
I'm not 100% right now. I'm still at the COE in Canberra, so I'll have to figure out what I'm doing with that.
And then,
I was just going to ask a similar question to what I asked before, but are you hoping that everyone in the community gets behind the Jewels?
Oh yeah, 100%. Obviously with the Jack Jumpers, there's an amazing community behind them, so I'm hoping it's similar with the Jewels as well.
And then after a year with the Jewels, are you looking at going to college?
Yeah.
So what does that mean in terms of like going overseas and making sure you make the most of the year that you have with the Jewels?
Yeah, I would definitely try and play as much as I can, train as much as I can with them, but I would have to probably go on a few visits to visit some colleges and see where I want to go. But yeah, I'm just trying to maximise my time here in Tasmania.
Is college the ultimate goal for you?
Yeah, like in the short term, yeah.
What's the long term goal?
An opal, I guess. Yeah, playing in the Olympics.
That's what I need.
Brent, over to you.
Hi Andy, congrats on your signing. Are you in discussions with any colleges yet over in the States?
Yeah, I've been speaking to a couple, but I'm not really narrowed it down very much.
So how does it work? Is it more where you want to go, or do you need the opportunity to go somewhere? I'm not really sure how they end up working that sort of stuff out.
Yeah, you need an offer, but I'm with BA Pathways, so they can speak to different coaches, try and get me an offer if there was a school that I really was interested in. But yeah, ultimately I'm just trying to figure out what kind of school I would be interested in.
Yeah, brilliant. And I mentioned to Kayla about court time and stuff in this upcoming WNBL season, and she said it's a bit like the guys, everyone's on an even keel, so is that in the back of your mind? If you do well, I guess the opportunity's there for you to get the floor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting much, seeing as I'm a development player and I'm so young, but any time on the court is a privilege, so that would be really amazing.
Perfect. Hannah, do you want to start with a statement?
Yeah, so today's another exciting day for the Tasmania Jewels as we get to make our second announcement with another local Tasmanian talent of Andie Smith. So Andie's obviously comes from a beautiful pedigree of basketball from the Smith family, and currently at the COE. And yeah, we're very excited to have her signature to go ahead with a development player for us for the first season.
What part of Andie's game was really attractive to you guys in recruiting her?
Yeah, well, being a 6'4" female with the athleticism that she has is obviously something that stands out for her. We feel as if her ceiling is just massive. She's got a lot of potential. And being at the COE and getting that development, obviously representing Tasmania multiple times, being a Sapphire, she's got a lot of great things underneath that she's already done. So we're really excited to have her with us for the next year to develop her and hopefully just watch her flourish.
So you've got 2 development players recruited so far. How many development players do you get altogether?
Yeah, so we plan on contracting 3 development players and 10 contracted players.
And then when you look at contracted players, what sort of the non-negotiables that you would look for in a player to get on board?
Yeah, so we're going to piggyback off the Jackies in a lot of ways, and one thing they've done really well is recruiting the right type of people that are successful on the court. So, a value that shines with, yeah.
Oh, did the battery run out?
No, it didn't.
Oh,
It's
it's back. Yep.
okay. Well, maybe it's just me.
The wind's let it out.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
So you were saying you're sort of piggybacking off the jack jumpers?
Yeah, so the Jack Jumpers have done a lot of really great things that we want to piggyback off of, and building their team with really great people is what we plan on doing as well. They've had a lot of on-court success with the types of players they've brought in, and what we want to copy with that is the same type of player. So maybe players with something to prove, maybe a bit of chip on their shoulder, and obviously hardworking, great people that really want to grit and grind, as we like to say here in Tassie.
The season starts in October. Is that a fairly short runway to build a team?
Yeah, it is, I suppose, overall, but we're lucky enough that we, have the men's ownership behind us, and obviously a bit of a blueprint so that we can copy from the men over to the women. So we're definitely well resourced. We're, hiring assistant coaches soon. We've got all the resources that a men's team has, so I think it's really exciting and a really great opportunity for girls to hop on board with the Jewels.
Are you hoping the community gets behind the Jewels like it has with the Jack Jumpers and the Devils?
Absolutely, of course, we want the community to get behind us. I think, making our first 2 announcements as locals really shows a testament of what the Jewels are trying to build here and really trying to inspire the young generation.
Great.
Brent, over to you.
Hey, Carla.
Hi, Brent.
Nice to talk to you.
You too.
Just with development players, there's development players and there's development players. Do you see Andie as someone that will play minutes next season and play maybe a lot of minutes, or how do you see her role in the team?
Yeah, so our first 2 announcements are amateur development players, so keeping in mind that they want to go to the States and play college basketball. If they change their mind after that and want to stay on as development players, then obviously that changes I suppose the progression of their role with us. But the first year was definitely about their development and getting them ready for that professional lifestyle.
So does that mean they probably are not going to hit the court then? Is that what you're saying?
Well, everyone starts at the same spot, and a lot of hard work and a lot of commitment will progress the girls in what they do. So, if our development players obviously do well, then they'll definitely be hitting the court.
Yeah, brilliant. And you mentioned college there. Is that, it might be a question for Andie rather than you, but is that in her plans to go to college next year?
Yeah, so the plan for Andie, as we know, is she would like to go to college after the first season with the Jewels.
Yeah, brilliant. I know you'll start sort of rolling out more signings soon. Have you locked others away that you haven't announced yet and ready to go?
Yeah, so we've got plenty of announcements to make in due time. So at the moment, obviously, we're just announcing Andie, which is very exciting. But yes, obviously, stay tuned as we've got plenty more exciting announcements to come.
I know the Jackies didn't have a lot of Tasmanian talent in that first season, and not many overall, I guess, over the journey. But is there talent in Tasmania in the female side of the game that you will be signed to the Jewels, do you think?
So as I've said previously, before, there are a few Tasmanian girls already in the WNBL, and it'd be a great opportunity for them to come back and represent their home state. So yes, once again, just watch this space.
last one. You mentioned the assistant coaches there. You're letting Claudia pick who she wants, or are you guys having a say on, maybe there's a Tassie person here that might be good to step up? Are you sort of having that open discussion about who might get those roles?
So within the next couple of weeks, we're going to be opening expressions of interest for the assistant coaches. And once we narrow those down, it'll be a round table discussion between, Darren, myself, and Claudia as to who we appoint as the assistant coaches.
And when's Claudia on the ground? When does she actually start in Tassie?
Yep, so our head coach, Claudia Brassard, gets into town on the 19th of April, so her first day in the office, I suppose, will be on Monday the 20th.
Oh, perfect. Well, you must be one very proud big sister.
Yes, I am. I'm so happy for Andie and also just for Tasmania in general. I think it's so awesome that there's a women's team in this state, and I can't wait for it to take off.
You would have seen a lot of the hard work that she puts in. Can you just explain that to some of us who don't know?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I've been a part of it as well. I mean, Andie and I were at the courts this morning getting shots up. She moved away from home to go to the COE to get some elite training there. So she's really dedicated to her craft. And so I think this is a nice reward for her to be able to play at home for an amazing team.
Are you interested in it at all in coming back to the Jewels and playing with your sister?
It's potentially out there, I think. Like, I would love to be able to play with Andie. Just with the way the WNBA is tracking right now, I think I just have to jump on that momentum, but it's for sure in my mind.
You've been giving her some tips.
I try. But Andie's forging her own path, and I'm so excited for her, and whatever I can do to help her along the way, that's what I'll try and do.
What sort of player can we expect to see on the court?
I think she's a really versatile player. She's got great IQ, great timing, really good hands around the rim, and I think most of all she's just ready to learn. I think she's really, really excited to be amongst great players in her home state and learn from a great coach. So I think she's just ready to be a sponge.
How proud is the Smith family as a whole?
Yeah, I think everyone's just so happy, especially just because she's the baby of the family, and so to see her succeeding in her own way is really cool. Everyone's so excited, and the chance to be able to watch her play too at home is really, really exciting.
She said short-term goal is college, but long-term goal is Oval. Do you see that in her future?
Absolutely. I think if she puts in the hard work, that's for sure going to be in her future. And I think, she's got a good place to be right now in terms of getting her there. So the ceiling's pretty high for Andie.
She said her dad was slightly more excited than you.
No, I think Dad's been with her every step of the way, and so to watch her succeed and get to this point, especially for a team that he's also heavily involved with as well, and it's special for him. So I understand the excitement, but I was also really excited.
Can you explain sort of your role with the team? I know you're really proud of it, but you're kind of will be there alongside her, right?
Yeah, I'm essentially an ambassador for the Jewels, so I'm just here to basically talk about how good it is and how amazing the team is, and basically as well be an ambassador for the state of Tassie too. I think we're sitting on a gold mine here, and so I think it's Tassie's time to shine in the WNBL, and I'm very privileged to be able to talk about it and promote it.
You good? Breno, over to you.
Hi, Lana. Welcome home. I remember when you got the role as the ambassador, I think part of this sort of looking for talent around the world. You didn't have to look too far in the end to find your sister, I guess.
No, I think we're really lucky in that there's a lot of talent right here in Tassie. Obviously, you want to be able to get your pick of the best players, but like I said, I think we've got some amazing local talent here, which is really cool to be able to pick up some young players for these development spots.
How does Andie compare to you at the same age? Are you on the same trajectory?
We've spoken about this a little bit, actually, my dad and I. I think Andie's probably a little bit further along than what I was. I started a lot later in basketball, and so I think Andie's got a way better foundation than I did. So I think, like I said, the sky's the limit for Andie. Her ceiling's really high, and yeah, I'm super excited to see what she can do and how her career unfolds.
How scary is that then, given all of what you've achieved, that she could be ahead of you at the same age?
I don't think it's scary at all. I mean, I think scary for everyone else. But I'm so happy for her. I think I love to see Andie winning, and I want to see her winning furthermore in her career. And so I think, yeah, everyone else should be a little bit scared, but I'm so excited to see what she can do.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, scary for everyone else.
Yeah.
Where's things at with you? I know you did the 3x3 with the mist and got the success there. What's happening WNBA-wise at the moment?
Yeah, so WNBA free agency begins tomorrow. So it all kind of kicks off, and it's going to be a bit of a whirlwind. So teams will be reaching out to players, negotiations will begin, and I think the league's going to be looking very different this year. So it's going to be an interesting space to be in.
So I think you head back over today, is that right? And what's the next week look like for you then? Is that you any part of that, or is it more your agent sort of handling all that for you?
No, I'll be heavily involved along with my agent, just talking to teams, negotiating, figuring out what's the best fit, and where home will be for the foreseeable future.
I'm sure, given what you've done in the last couple of years, everyone will want you on their team. So again, a bit like Andie with college, is it you deciding where you want to go at this point?
Yeah, I think I'm really lucky in that I'm at a point in my career where I do have the luxury of choice, and it's a privileged position to be in because I have not always been in this position, and so I'm really just trying to take it in because I know that I've put in a lot of hard work to get to this point in being able to choose and have a selection of teams. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool, and I'm excited for this period of time.
Is there a chance you go back to somewhere you've been before, or is it more a fresh start you're looking for, or you can't say?
I mean, I'm open to any opportunity, I think. Like I said, I think it's about best fit. And, I loved Minnesota, but a lot of teams are looking different this year, so I think I'd be doing a disservice to myself if I wasn't exploring other opportunities.